Coming to you live from the Rinks and Oppog, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan joined alongside my cameraman Wally Mitchell as we take you through the second of three on the south side here tonight. A JV matchup between Ward Melville and West Islip. West Islip having a successful JV season, especially opposed to their JV season of a year ago. 7 wins, 4 losses for WI, as they are currently sitting fifth rather. 1 point behind EI, and this is a game in hand that they have on EI, so a win tonight, they will leapfrog East Islip into 4th place. It'll put them tied with St. Anthony with 16, or St. Anthony JV Gold. They both will have an 8-4 record. With a win tonight, that is for West Islip. Ward Melville, meanwhile, they're looking for a win of any kind. Still in search of that first of the season, as they approach their 12th game played here tonight as well. The two teams faced off earlier this year, back on September the 15th. It was a 6-1 victory for West Islip. Players to watch and keep an eye on heading into this matchup for West Islip. They are led in points by Ryan Bonkov. Bonkov, 10 goals, 3 assists, 13 points. Also leads them in goals. Second on the team in goals and third on the team in points is Alex Jablonski, coming over from ESM of a season ago, played for their freshman team. He has fit in well on West Islip. 10 points in 9 games played for Jablonski. Jeremy Sinclair, 12 points in 11 games played for him. And James Espetti has 9 and 10, as well as Sulos, who is averaging a point a game with 9 points in 9 games played. It is a top-to-bottom solid team for West Islip, backstopped by former St. Anthony goaltender Michael Elko. He has started all but 1 game this year and has a 3.92 goals against average heading into the contest. On the West Islip side of things, goal scoring has been their bugaboo, but Dominic Fishback, who has made the jump up, I believe, is he on varsity? No, he's not on varsity. But since coming onto the team, 9 points in 4 games played for Fishback, 7 points in 4 games played for Blake Fabraro. 2 key difference makers if they're in the lineup tonight for Ward Melville. Max Manchester, as well, another contributor for this Ward Melville squad, is suspended, or at least was suspended in his last game out. He could be making his return, though I don't believe he is. Another play to look out for is Leonardo Gigante, 3 points in 9 games played, a staple on the back end for the Patriots, if they're going to get win number 1. A shot directed on goal, save made by the starting goaltender tonight for the Ward Melville Patriots, wearing number 30. That is no other than Ethan Schneider, who has started each and every game so far this year for WM. For WI, West Islip, as I mentioned prior, it is Michael Elko getting the starting nod. Randazzo will take the draw to the left of goaltender Schneider. Lucas DeSantos hovering in behind. On defense, that's Kevin Mills. And his D partner, Alex Jablonski. A long delay here will finally come to an end. Face-off one, cleanly shot, save made. Great shot there from Espetti.
No, Brandy is excellent.
Taken away, here's Palomara. Palomara cutting to the net. Palomara, jab just wide. Coming into the play late was Blake Febraro. And now back the other way. Puck on the stick of Jablonski, across to Mills. Long shot wide, right back out in front, wouldn't go. A save made by Schneider. Face off to the left of the aforementioned Ward Melville netminder. Skated up ice by Giganti. Lost it to a forechecking and a nice play made there by Jeremy Sinclair. Puck back in neutral ice. Over the red line comes Chinnis. Chinnis, nice move. Chinnis to the backhand. Couldn't quite pull it through. Donnarumma playing it back for Giganti. Nice move up ice here by Giganti. Meanders his way through center on the backhand. Giganti takes it in behind Elko. Back up to the point. DDD pass, needed a bit more mustard on it. Donnarumma just playing it down low. Weird ricochet out in front. Elko there to make the save. Here's Mills. Mills through the skates of Jablonski. That allows Canino to get there on the forecheck forward Melville, but he lost it to Alex Jablonski. Still hounding Jablonski, who skates away from Canino and lifts it ahead for Mills. Mills try to go backwards in the zone to a teammate, was broken up. And now West Islip finally do get it out of the neutral zone over the blue line, but are offside. Face off just outside the Ward Melville zone. Blake Febraro, or rather that's Hinson, a Hinson jersey. No Hinson listed. I think it's Blake, who is wearing his signature number 32, but a mystery Hinson on the back. I'm going to call him Blake Febraro. Jack, correct me if I'm wrong. Febraro on the backhand. Plays it on back and then deflects out of the zone. Here's Jeremy Sinclair. Sinclair, wrist shot wide, rims all the way around for Jablonski, who holds in at that far point. Still in the zone now. He'll take it out in fear of a counterattack from Ward Melville. And the aggressive forecheck of Febraro is in his face. He avoids it. And in come WI. Jablonski, drag, shoots. Scores! Alex Jablonski with the drag and the finish. Yoink! And I never see the puck. And there it is in behind Schneider. 1-0 West Islip. They take the lead on Alex Jablonski's 9th of the season. Here's Mills. Looks like he was trying to do his best Jablonski impression, though he lost a handle on his zone entry. Back coming, West Islip in all alone. Juliana shot, save made. Hoffman with the opportunity. Schneider the save. All alone was Juliana Hoffman. Schneider made the stop as Hoffman was in search of goal number 1 of the season. Had a great opportunity to get it there. Good look on the breakaway. Schneider with the last laugh as Ward Melville break out. It's Gigante. Now Canino support on the forecheck, taken away by Hoffman. Hoffman trying to spring forward. A teammate, it's Mills. 2-on-2 over the blue. Mills around Donnarumma. Takes the shot, save. Rebound, stuffed in, try. Wouldn't go from Aspetti. Another great save from Schneider. DeSantos. Good pass. Found its way to Randazzo. Randazzo in behind. Runs out of time. Got to play it. And eventually gets turned over by Donnarumma. And Gigante will deke his way out of harm's way. And I don't mean Jace Harms, teammate of Gigante's on Ward Melville. Jablonski. Receiving forecheck in the form of Ward Melville's Jason Mills. Here's Jablonski, fakes the shot, and can't get around Donnarumma, who sends it into neutral ice. Elko will prevent an icing and keep things moving to Aspetti. Ward Melville trying to take back. It's Jablonski, though, with a rocket wide to the right blocker side on goaltender Schneider. Donnarumma does get it out of the zone, but it's quickly taken back by DeSantos, who banks in. So Luke Donnarumma back on it for Ward Melville. His pass hits a stick, not a high stick, says the official. So we play on. Jablonski had it near side. DeSantos back to Jablonski. Nice move, Jablonski, a shot. He scores! Alex Jablonski with another rip, his second of the game. It's 2-0 West Islip. Watch the move there, and now he's in space. Look out, and you know he's got a rocket of a shot. Shows it off there. The wicked wrister, or as they say up in Boston, the wicked wrister. Timeout called, I believe, here by Ward Melville, trying not to let things get away from them. It's going to go down as an unassisted goal, at least right now it is. Not just kidding. They just added an assist to Lucas DeSantos. So West Islip, again, the 2-0 lead. The goal total for Jablonski hits 10 in his 10th game played. As for DeSantos, he has his 7th point in what is his 10th game on his 4th assist of the year. 2-0 West Islip. Still early enough in the hockey game where anything can happen. 8:49 left here, first period, face-off win. And Braun gets back to it. Made his debut in goal a few weeks ago for Ward Melville, and it went about as well as you thought it would for a player making his hockey debut in between the pipes. Never once played the position before in his life. Though he made a couple of good saves in that match as Jablonski looking for the natty hattie. Puck rolls in behind Schneider. Jablonski to get it. For those of you who don't know, it's a short term for a natural hat trick. 3 consecutive goals for the same player. And here is Alex Jablonski. Around Spronk. Decides to go back into the neutral zone, and that was an odd choice, I would say. Mills, had his team not have already established the zone, had a nice little zone entry there, but very clearly offside. Chinnis will take the ensuing draw for West Islip, and he'll take it against Chaz Modica. And it's won by Modica. Back for Gigante. Tipped into the zone by Mills of Ward Melville. Again, that's Jason Mills. Kevin Mills playing for West Islip. Not sure if there's any relation to the Millses, as Jablonski has it far point. Jablonski backhands it Down the far wall, onto his teammate's stick. That teammate being Palmieri is shot wide. Chinnis carries slot area. Jason Mills swiping at it. Palmieri, and now Chinnis, now Palmieri. Out in front, deflection save, rebound save, Schneider! Oh, a couple of great saves made by the Ward Melville netminder. Keeps it 2-0. Modica can't clear. Canino swipes at it, no dice. And now Giganti on the backhand. Being harassed from behind, will carry it into the O-zone. Canino and Giganti on the forecheck. Jablonski there. Turnover right out in front. Chance Mills. Then he's denied by a diving Elko. Nearly was able to deke it around the West Islip netminder. But the puck rolled away. And now it's Jablonski, who's been all over the sheet tonight. Draws a penalty. Jablonski. And now sent down the far boards by Randazzo. The whistle comes, touching up our Ward Melville, and a power play. First of the game to West Islip. Canino to the box. I'm going to guess holding or slashing. See if I'm right. Hooking also potentially. It's tripping, so I lose. Jablonski's shot just wide. Mills, Kevin, over to Alex Jablonski. Try to return it to Mills. Knocked down out of midair. Here comes Febraro. He's stopped by Elko. You'll see Febraro in all alone by a wide margin. Can do whatever he likes. Tries the shot. And you see that a lot recently from NHL and obviously other players alike, where they lean on that right leg, whatever the leg your forehand is on, and you rip it that side. So in that case, it was glove side on Elko. Did a great job to make the save on what has proven to be a goal-worthy move from Febraro. Palomara can't quite clear. It's carried down low by Randazzo. Flicks it up high to Jablonski. Jablonski between the legs. How do you do? Works it. Now Mills. Wrister save made Schneider. You think Alex Jablonski's having fun out there? Equipment malfunction here for Blake Febraro. He'll come in to take the draw. Brother Nolan not in the lineup tonight as far as I've seen. A key loss for Ward Melville, in addition to Manchester, who's, I believe, suspended for this game. Kevin Mills sauced one ahead to Randazzo. Sinclair and Aspetti. Here's Aspetti. Nice move. Hands it back. Long shot blocked by Giganti, who leads Donnarumma. And Donnarumma shorthanded. Can ice the puck and decides to do so here. Elko in behind. Lets it fly right onto the stick of Febraro, but taken off his stick by Jablonski. Jablonski drops for Sinclair. Right pad save made by Schneider. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Jablonski slow to get up in the corner. Puck comes right to him, so he pops to his skates. One-time shot, a Spetty save, rebound, score. Cleaned up in front. And it was either one of Randazzo or Sinclair. I don't know which. Both were there knocking on the doorstep. It was either 12 or 92 in front So 92 being Sinclair, 12 being Randazzo. As we took another look at it, it's tough to tell. Shot originated from Jablonski, who is being credited with the goal. No, it is going to be Randazzo's goal from Sinclair, and they give it to Mills, the assist. I thought it was not Mills. But the goal for Randazzo is his third of the year. Makes it 3-0 for West Islip as they're rolling in this first period. Goal scored on the power play as Canino makes his way in, takes a high rising shot that is shrugged off by Elko. Deflected ahead, Hoffman with Mills. Mills goes to the net, Hoffman settles the near circle, throws it out in front. Chinnis coming in late, had a tip at it. Now comes to Lella, who backhands through, and a save made Schneider. Chinnis. Now Lella fires it across. No one home, banks right on though to Chinnis. Chinnis to Hoffman. Hoffman. Now Chinnis and Braun settling down for Ward Melville, can't clear. Hoffman. Backed up by Jack Lella. And now the puck jams its way through onto Dos Santos, who flicks her right back in for WI. In the feet of Braun in front. Braun playing it up to the wing. Gets all the way through to Jablonski. Rocket of a shot right off the lip of the skate of Harms, who was in harm's way that time, but shrugs it off. And now that shot right off the stick of Harms, and a save made by Schneider. Inadvertently deflected that shot, made it that much tougher for his goaltender, but he made the save. Sinclair, pardon, that's Chinnis. Dos Santos holds in. Dominance from this line here as Hoffman's backhand shot goes wide. She was right there. Just missed. As Braun, a long-range shot, sticked away by Elko, who will hold on. Saw Juliana Hoffman had a breakaway earlier this game, couldn't cash in for goal number 1 on the year. That had that look back door. Gets a pat on the head from her head coach on her way to the bench. And what was a great shift for that line. Ensuing draw, Randazzo to take it to the left of Elko. Sprong try to finesse it through. Here's Kevin Mills. Mills on the forehand, draws a penalty, wrist shot wide. Jablonski can't hold in on the far point. Elko deciding whether or not he wants to go off for the extra attacker. Eventually decides he does. That was a little bizarre as Jablonski's pass intercepted, touched up by Ward Melville, but West Islip will go back to the power play up by 3 with $1:20 left in the first period. And I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Browning and Wally Mitchell. Be sure to follow us on socials at LI Sports Network, where you'll have live updates of all goals and happenings across the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, provided by one and only Gabe DeCurry, as St. Clair lets one go and a save made Schneider. Ethan Schneider, goaltender for Ward Melville, was a member of the freshman all-star team of a season ago. Mills keeps in, tees one up for Jablonski, and it goes off the iron. High pop into the air, puck available out in front. Spetty whacked and jammed at it. The Spetty backdoor score! Second of the game for Randazzo. It's 4-0 West Islip. And Randazzo, that's where you want to be. All by yourself in front of the net, just has to angle the stick right, and Randazzo does just that. 4-0 West Islip. It was a great feed across the net by Aspetti. Sinclair also picking up an assist on Randazzo's 4th of the season. Jablonski almost ran into trouble there, but narrowly avoided it, getting it ahead to Chinnis, who works it back into his own zone, looking for space. Finds Jablonski. Rolled off his stick. Back in the zone. And deflected ahead. Fabraro nearly ran into Gigante. Well, he did, but not to its fullest extent with just 12 seconds left to go in the period. Can we see some magic here from Blake Fabraro? No, we can't, says Chinnis, who takes it away and gets it ahead to Hoffman, taking a shove from behind from Spronk. As time expires here in the first, all West Islip. 2 for Randazzo, 2 for Jablonski, and the West Islip Lions lead the Ward Melville Patriots 4-0 at the end of 1. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brownigan and co. We'll be back for period number 2 in just a moment. Welcome back. Here, Rinks Hop Hog. 4-0 West Islip. Got word from a Ward Melville family member in attendance tonight that Jason and Kevin Mills are indeed related. They are cousins. And here is Jason forechecking Jablonski, and here's Kevin having it taken away by Canino. Canino trying to go across, has Jason go to the net. Save made Elko. He does a great job to prevent that cross-ice feed from coming. Essentially playing defense there was goaltender Elko as Donnarumma picks up speed behind the net. Pass misfires. It'll bank itself all the way down and become an icing on Ward Melville. And Ward Melville still looking for win number 1 on the season. 0-10-1. They came so close to picking up win number 1 when they lost in overtime in a game that was overtime loss. Most recently it came against Connecticut. 6-5 loss to the T-Birds. Canino has it stripped by Chinnis. Fanned on the pass, but avoided danger. Kevin Mills wheeling as the defender fell down. Mills in. Mills stopped by Schneider. On a great save made by the Pats 10. Puck still available. Hoffman stabbing at it out. Jablonski loads up, fires, and that time hit the stick of Jason Mills. Now a backhand shot wide from Randazzo looking for the hat trick. Randazzo on the forecheck. Great job by Randazzo. Takes possession, puts it out in front. Here's Hoffman. Hoffman. Shot blocked. Randazzo on the backhand decides Mills at the point. Open is the better look. Mills, Jablonski, wrist shot, glove save made by Schneider. One more look at this glove save from Schneider. Get to it quickly. And I believe I have another save from Schneider loaded up on here. It is the save on Kevin Mills. Comes barreling in, tries to outweight the goaltender. He could not. Jablonski near point. Goes D-to-D Sinclair. Not a usual defenseman, covering for, or rather, just, I think, playing defense because they had not too many defenders here tonight for West Islip, as they're pretty short-handed on the bench. Jablonski spinning around Spronk. Fires off the stick of Harms and over the net. Hustling to it, Sinclair. Can't keep in. Kept possession for the moment, taken away by Spronk. Spronk 2-on-2 over the blue. Wrist shot blocked. Loose puck taken by Palomara. Save Elko. Rebound. Jumping around. Wouldn't go. Elko still recalibrating in the crease. Blake Fabraro hovered on over. Here's Jablonski. Top of the circle drive over the net. Espetti arrives to the puck at the near left wing boards. Gigante. Pass blocked by DeSantos. DeSantos moves it down low. DeSantos centers. Espetti would have to take it on the backhand. Now he's got it on the forehand. Wrist shot, deflection save, rebound, wouldn't go. Randazzo to DeSantos. Taken away by Gigante. And Gigante speeds up the left wing boards. Now to Fabraro. Puts on the Jets. Backhand. Fabraro takes a peek. Doesn't like what he sees. Takes the pass anyway. Across. It's blocked. And now Jablonski's turn to move up ice. Around one. Spinning again. Around Braun. Centers across. And swung on and missed. Tough play though there, as it was in the skates of Randazzo. And now the puck out of the zone. Foot race. Elko is going to prevent an icing. Quickly getting it ahead to Jablonski. 11 minutes remaining, second period. 4-zip. West Islip lead. Oh, what a move by Jablonski, and a save made by Schneider, who's been fantastic. Now Gigante is in. Gigante scores! Breakaway goal. 4-1. The lead cut to 3. As Gigante had open ice and takes full advantage, going glove side on Elko. Leo Gigante's second goal of the season. And surprising, it's only his second, given the skill it took to make that play happen. Well, it's been that kind of year for Ward Melville. Onside are West Islip. Hoffman plays it across. Canino intercepts. Makes his way up ice on Mills. Canino surviving the stick check of Mills. On goal. Save made. Elko. He covers up. Credit to Canino for sticking with it as his glove was knocked off. Backhanded it in front regardless. .10:19 and counting left. Save made Elko, and he'll play it around behind. Palmieri sends ahead. Here's Mills around Donnarumma. Mills shot, save made. That's Kevin Mills. Kevin back with it. And Donnarumma took it off his stick and banks to center. Canino seemingly a little out of gas, doesn't chase after it. It's Hoffman across to Jablonski. Alex Jablonski around Monica. Jablonski drags, has it poked off his stick by Donnarumma. Hoffman just unable to keep in, and it's fired on goal. Look out, Elko. Making sure he's not sleeping back there was Donnarumma. And now Mills and Jablonski together, and now a cousinly battle as Jason takes a check from Kevin. Donnarumma with it in the neutral zone. Pass ahead, open ice for Jablonski. Flanked by Palmieri. Jablonski spins around, looking for more teammates. Puck rolls off his stick, not quite out. Keeps it in, goes down to his knees. Spronk. In for Braun. Braun. Shot. Scores! How did it get through Elko? And the goal scored by Braun. Take another look. It's Braun's first goal of the season. Comes from an impossible angle. And it just snuck through Elko. And so West Islip playing a little loosey-goosey in the second period. They were up 4-0. It's now 4-2. And Febraro's shot denied by Elko. And Blake will take the draw. Gigante toward the net. Cut off by Kevin Mills. Mills weaves his way into the zone. Offsides, though, is a half second late on that extra move. Drew Espetti off. Linesman right on it. Perpendicular to the horizontal blue line. Face off just outside the Ward Melville end. Here is Jablonski. Loads up, fires, missed it by about a car's length as Gigante has it in the near corner. Far corner, should say. Gigante deking out of harm's way. Went around just about every West Islip player in the zone. Now makes his way out on Mills. Takes a shot. Save made. Try to use Kevin Mills as a screen. Did, and a tough stop made by Elko. As Gigante looking for his second of the period, third of the season. Here's Jablonski. He's got 2 in the game. Wheels it in behind. Still it is Jablonski. Now Randazzo across to Mills, who calls for it, gets it, takes a shot. Looking for a deflection off of Espetti. And Espetti just missed. That deflect would have been a good tip from Espetti. And no Fishback in this game tonight for Ward Melville. Just as there is no Sulos for West Islip or Bonkov. Minervini, as well as Jake Michelanda, all out of the lineup tonight for West Islip. Says here Andrew Hollub is injured. Ward Melville, again they're missing Fishback. Nolan Febraro. DePerry on the back end. And no Manchester due to suspension. Put out in front. Puck loose. Kicks on back to Espetti. Plays it down the near half wall to Chinnis. Chinnis back to Espetti. Espetti went back to his point spot he left. Mills comes back to it. Kevin Mills around the forechecking Palomara. In comes Kevin Mills. Wrist shot, scores! Went off a skate or something in front. Mills will get the goal as Islip make it 5-2. Kevin Mills, his third of the year. Take another look. Does what he stretches the zone here. Does a little crisscross play. You want that right winger to come more across the zone in a situation like that. But either way, Mills, as it deflects its way through. I believe that's an unassisted goal for Mills. It is, at least currently. puts West Islip back in front by 3, 5-2. So off the stick of Canino, Kevin Mills holds in, Donnarumma, and now back with Mills, the most recent Lions goal scorer. Cross to Espetti. Palmieri's seam pass hits the skates of Chinnis, and now finds Sinclair. Shot blocked, comes through anyway to Schneider, who's got it in between his pads. With 6:13 left, let a couple seconds tick off here. 6:13 left, second period. Listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Be sure to check us out on socials, as I mentioned earlier. Live updates on the Instagram provided by Gabe DeCurry at LI Sports Network. Here on the YouTube channel, you can also find the latest episode of the Rinks and Realities podcast, a podcast hosted by my two friends, Travis Quigley and Paul Trentini, discussing the various realities of what comes next after hockey with their guests, as well as there was an episode specifically about the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Tons of great guests, Farmingdale guests, who previously played or currently play for the Rams. Other great stuff right there. You can find it, Rinks and Realities, right here on the LI Sports Network YouTube channel. Here's Harms. Goes right off Randazzo, and he'll collect in his own zone. Watched by Febraro. Febraro takes it away. Palomaro trying to get it back to Febraro, too far ahead of him. Febraro wearing the Hinson jersey, but wearer of number 32 typically. Jablonski out of nowhere. Giganti steers it up ice for Febraro. There to plunge it ahead was Randazzo, and now Jablonski is in. Jablonski for the hat trick. Between the legs wouldn't be. Sprawling save made by Schneider. Offsides are West Islip, or rather offsides are Ward Melville. Don't tell that to Blake Febraro, who is in conversation with West Islip goaltender Michael Elko. .428 left here in the second. West Islip ahead by 3. On the most recent goal scored by Kevin Mills, it stopped a 2-goal run for Ward Melville, in which they made it 4-2. And fresh on the ice, one of the players I said was not here just yet, and he wasn't till just now. And that player being number 85, Jake Michelanda. So welcome to the action, Jake, as he takes a shot on Schneider, who makes the save. Face-off one, DeSantos had to flip over his stick. Donnarumma trying to turn defense into offense, thwarted in the neutral zone. Now Espetti around Braun. Espetti shot blocked by Modica, who goes down. Espetti tracks back to it. Up top for Mills, fanned on the shot. Potential break the other way for Ward Melville. However, they're unable to take advantage. And here comes Jablonski back in for West Islip. And he has his leg. Appeared like it got taken out by Modica, but no call there. Mills gets around Canino, around Donnarumma, drags, fires, save made Schneider. Mills in behind, right back out in front. Nobody home for West Islip. And now potential rush up the ice for Ward of Melville's. Canino takes a big hit from Espetti. Febraro to the puck. Febraro out in front through everyone. Kevin Mills for Dos Santos. Back and forth action here in the second period. Donnarumma stalls Dos Santos at the line, but he still gets it in to Espetti for a shot save made with the left pad by Schneider. Rolling puck. Nobody seemingly has interest in getting it. Rolls on to Elko, and Elko flips it right to Jablonski, who lost it, and Palomara, Jablonski from along the ice made the defensive play on to Braun. He's got the first of the two Ward Melville goals, thrown on goal, and a glove save made by Michael Elko. So a chaotic last 2 or 3 minutes or so as we catch our breath, as do the players on the ice. Face off to the right of Elko. Ferbraro takes it for Ward Melville. It's available and eventually cleared out by the Lions. Arms pass hit a stick. Sprong. Ferbraro jets through neutral ice on the backhand. Ferbraro challenged by Jablonski. Ferbraro survives. Centers just out of the reach of Palomara. Good lead pass. Hits Sinclair in stride, but Ferbraro does a nice job of getting back to thwart the potential breakaway for Sinclair. Chinnis. Palomara watching him. Chinnis skating away. Ships it ahead to Palmieri. In the feet of Sinclair. Here's Gigante 2-on-2 over the blue with Palomara. Gigante splits the D. Takes a shot. Fought off by Elko. Spronk with it now. Spronk. Wrister along the ice. Save made Elko. Spronk with it in behind. Taken away by Chinnis. And Chinnis intercepted. Chance there for Braun. Save made. Rebound save made. Elko. With 1:05 left here to go in the second. Still a 3-goal lead for WI. Meanwhile, on the North Rink, a varsity level matchup between Sachem and Middle Country. It is the silver and gold Sachem with a 6-0 lead on Middle Country. You catch that game on LI Sports Network as well, being called by Kevin Broderick. Intercepted, here's Kevin Mills. Mills with Jablonski. Mills shoots, save made by Schneider. Mills looking for his second consecutive goal. He has the most recent for West Islip, as there's 40 seconds left to go in the period. Michelanda carries it in behind. Greeted by Jason Mills. Here is Braun. Braun stumbles down. No call. Kevin Mills trying to go to himself. Does. Here comes Kevin. 4-on-2 over the blue line. Centers for Jablonski, and a save made by Schneider, who's made a number of quality saves here tonight for Ward Melville. He's been peppered tonight. He's ready for the oven, just needs to be salted as well. Here is Jablonski. Deflects wide by Modica, and we come to the end of period number 2. Ward Melville show life. They cut the lead to 2 at one point. It was 4-2, but Kevin Mills giving West Islip the 3-goal lead once more. 5-2 after 2. Listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on LI Sports Network. Third period on its way. Welcome back, Rinks and Hopog. SCHSHL on LISN. Ryan Brannigan here with Wally Mitchell on our camera. Also does our editing for last night's best, and amongst other important behind-the-scenes things. We love Wally here at LISN. Jablonski bumped off the puck. Here's Spronk. Taken away by Mills. Kevin. DeSantos. In behind Elko. Hands off to Jablonski. Febraro there. Takes a check from Jablonski, who speeds away from Febraro into the zone. Alex Jablonski still looking for that hat trick. Schneider makes another save. Definitely make an argument he's been the best player on the ice tonight. As 1, 2, 3, 4. How many saves was that for Schneider? As Jablonski was just allowed to just keep going. Whack, whack, whack. Who's there? No one, says Ethan Schneider. No goal for you. 5-2. It'll remain. Michelanda back to Mills. One-time blast. And again, another save made for Schneider. Back with Jablonski. Goes wide. And we don't track stats, but I know goaltending parents often will. And I'm sure Schneider's made a wealth of saves here tonight. That most recent one coming off his mask. As Jablonski seems dead set on getting goal number 3. He has been letting them rip. And Schneider has had his number after allowing those first two to Jablonski in particular. But he has really had West Islip's number all night. Be a much larger lead if he hadn't been playing so well. Credit to you, Ethan. As Braun has his first goal of the season tonight. That is an egregious turnover in the defensive end and a save made by Schneider. Point blank. Sinclair with the opportunity. As he was looking for his 5th of the season. Face off to the left of Schneider. Got a blocker on that shot as well. Held in at the far point by Chinnis. Pass across just out of the reach of Palmieri. Palmieri. Chinnis does a great job to keep that puck in and not allow a transition play. In across for Michelanda. Save made by Schneider. Jablonski, another rocket. This one blocked by Gigante. Gigante can't quite clear. Another blast from Jablonski. Goes wide. Kept in the zone. Michelanda. Eventually turned it over to Harms. Held in by Chinnis. Round the boards it goes. Gigante. 12-10 left, third period. West Islip by 3. Trying to make it 4. Once more. And no, says Schneider on that stop on Sinclair. It's a lot. It's a lot. I said that the parents of the goaltenders love keeping track of the shots, and I'd love to know what that number is. It's up there. Schneider's been fantastic. He'll want his teammates to allow him to not make so many saves, maybe get some more offense, get back into this game. They're only down 3 as Canino is shown his way to the ice by Kevin Mills. Braun could not get into the zone despite the encouragement from the fans to my right. Donnarumma lost the handle as he tried to dice through the West Islip defense, and credit to the West Islip defense. They've been stinging all night. There's a mistake, though. Donnarumo's shot gets through, and a sprawling save made by Elko. Another shot save made by Elko on Jason Mills. Donnarumo. Ward Melville pressing. And Randazzo gets knocked down by Donnarumo. Puck all the way down, will die before it gets to the goal line, no icing. Braun as one of the 2 goals for the Pats tonight. Here it's Febraro. Febraro to the backhand, and diving out again was Elko. Hoffman meanders her way out of the zone, banks it ahead. Right onto the stick of Blake Febraro. Febraro left it behind him, has to go back to it. Don't be fooled by the Hinson jersey, it's Blake Febraro. Spronk could not get around Jablonski. And now Alex Jablonski makes his way through center. Dangling through, back checking is Febraro. Jablonski. Miscommunication there with Mills. He was going left. Jablonski put the pass where he was, and here comes Kevin Mills. Mills over the red line, over the blue line. Incoming Mills to the slot. Try to go 5-hole. Save made Schneider. Espetti. Wrist shot blocked, or blocker save, but a penalty is going to get called against West Islip with 9:39 left here in the third period. And Randazzo, who has a pair of goals tonight, will have a pair of penalty minutes added to his score sheet as well. Call officially roughing against Randazzo. The face-off to the left of Elko. Power play Ward Melville. And goal here would go a long way to potentially rejuvenating the Patriots bench. They'd only be down by 2. With 9:37 left, plenty of time to potentially get 2 more. But you got to get the one to start it. Febraro trying to do that. Plays it across to Balamara. Puck is still loose. I'm not sure that Ward Melville knew it. And that stretch pass to Jablonski, no icing, got by him. Here's Alex Jablonski, and he'll fling it right back to Espetti. Bit dangerous, but playing with danger is something we've seen a little bit here and there from Jablonski, as he's got it here. Ahead of Mills, gets bumped into by Spronk. Puck in the Ward Melville zone. Espetti doing a great job on the forecheck. Kevin Mills comes over, and it's looking like a rugby scrum down there. 5-player battle. Very little movement of the puck. It's down there somewhere, and now finally freed. Only to come to Jablonski. Sends it across to Mills. Backhand shot. Save made by Schneider, who hangs on. So the power play stuck in neutral a bit here for Ward Melville, and able to get back into the zone after their brief stint. .8:29 left here in the third. And 51 seconds left on the power play. Braun chased in behind by Jablonski, banks ahead to Modica. Modica gets drilled by Mills, and that'll be a penalty against Kevin Mills. And Modica, as he gets up off the ice, has some words for the West Islip players. Chaz Modica, 2 assists in 7 games played this season. It'll be a 5-on-3 advantage for Ward Melville for 28 seconds. Modica hands back to Braun. Braun challenged by Sinclair, gets around Sinclair. Braun to Gigante. Gigante, 15 to go on the 5-on-3 to Braun. Braun shot through traffic, never got through to Mills. Jason Mills is right there in front of the net. And now Alex Jablonski dekes his way through center, nearly got that puck back. And the first penalty has expired. It is just an ordinary power play now. 5-on-4 for Ward Melville as here's Gigante, save made by Elko. He certainly got the moves. Does Gigante, but he lost that one behind him. Plenty of time and space here for Jablonski, who's in. Jablonski unable to get the finish. Braun hustled back. About 50 seconds left on this second power play. Puck in the near boards corner area. It's Gigante who comes out with it. Michelada with a check on him. And Randazzo gets a shove from Gigante as Jablonski settles into the puck. Turnover out in front. Nobody there for Ward Melville. And away with the puck comes Sinclair. He'll bounce it on goal where it's steered into the corner by Schneider. 18 seconds left on the Ward Melville power play. It's Jablonski spinning out of one, dragging around another. Still Jablonski scores! Oh, Alex Jablonski, how do you do? What a goal! How many strides did he take? Look at this. It's like 2 strides. The rest were moved. Showing off tonight is Jablonski. A pretty looking goal. Earmarked for last night's best. With 6:11 left here in the third. And the power play over for Ward Melville. Short-handed goal for Jablonski's third of the game, unassisted. For Alex Jablonski, his 11th of the season. Harms with it now. Goes through neutral ice. On back for Donnarumma. Fabraro has a ton of speed. Shows it off there. Unable to really generate much, however, our Ward Melville, as Chinnis puts it across. Speared ahead by Lella. Taken back by Spronk, who awkwardly put it between his legs for Fabraro. Dishes across to Donnarumma. Donnarumma backhands it toward the front of the net, taken away by Chinnis. Chinnis to Randazzo now. Mills. Nice move, Kevin. Takes the shot. And a glove save made by Schneider. Stops the clock with 4:45 left here in the third. Face off to the left of Ethan Schneider. Won by Michelada of West Islip. Quickly played across and back to Chinnis. Chinnis walks, wrist shot along the ice, blocked by Modica. Spetty. Back to Chinnis. Wrist shot deflects off the side of the net. Spetty back with it. To Chinnis once more. at the far point. Chinnis down the far half wall. Here's Braun, fans on it. Aspeti back with it. Spins it in behind and a shot wide through the crease. Gigante speeds around his net, looking to break it out. The far side does, only as far as Dos Santos, who's got it on his backhand. Lucas Dos Santos centers. Aspeti backhand shot blocked. Dos Santos with it, out in front of Aspeti, turned away by Schneider. Chinnis pinches in at the far point, gets it back to Aspeti. And now Jablonski. Already 3 tonight. Can he make it 4? No. Blocker save made Schneider on what has to be Jablonski's 14th or 15th shot. There's shot number 20. I don't know. He's been firing. Dos Santos. Jablonski. Why not? Another shot. Save made. Rebound. That's off the side of the net. Taken in behind. Michelanda. They whack away, and now little extracurricular activity taking place in front of the net. I'm not talking about Drama Club. As a stoppage in play. Short-lived was the pushing and shoving. Now stick up for their goaltender Schneider, who has been busy here tonight. He's allowed 6, but that save percentage still has to be pretty solid if you ask me, as he's had a only reason Ward Melville are in this game currently. And the clock's not running as Mills across to Jablonski. Spins away from one, walks, fires wide. Maybe was looking for a tip out in front, a lot of traffic. Kevin Mills. Jablonski catches it on the backhand. Out in front, Randazzo, stonewalled by Schneider. Went full splits to keep that one out. 2:39 left in a game dominated by West Islip, but not as dominant on the scoreboard, and that's because of the heroic efforts of Ethan Schneider as Canino tries to generate something offensively for Ward Melville. However, Sinclair just takes it right back. Sinclair on the backhand, drops for Randazzo, one-time blast. Jablonski, another save made Schneider, as Jablonski takes his 400th shot of the game, and another save in cover by Schneider. Michelanda, Lella, Hoffman, the unit up front, as Hoffman's backhand shot blocked. Mills on the back end to himself. What a move by Kevin Mills. Drags, fires wide with Hoffman standing out in front and then thrown right back out in front, and another glove save made by Schneider, whose back has to be sore for how he's carried this Ward Melville team. I'm guessing his dinner will be paid for tonight by his defense. As another turnover, here's Michelanda. And another save made Schneider, as Michelanda had his stick lifted by Jason Mills. Kevin Mills with a rip from the point, off a skate in front. And now Gigante, content just to backhand to neutral ice. Palomara toward Elko, stick to the corner, right back out in front, save Elko. As Ward Melville showing some pushback, but now flying up the ice. Jablonski, can Gigante get there? Jablonski shot it wide. Michelanda steps through a few. Has it on the backhand, shoved from behind by Jason Mills. Tumbling to the ice was Braun. Stuff-in try stopped by Braun, as we're just under a minute left here in the third period. Result all but settled. Players playing to the final whistle. DeSantos, Randazzo, and a Spetty line is out for West Islip against Spronk, Ferraro, Canino. Aspetti across. He had Randazzo, who's got 2 goals in the game. He's looking for that hat trick. Aspetti shot, save, rebound. Randazzo denied by Schneider, who is just a highlight reel of saves at this point. Off the draw. 33 seconds left to go in the game. Here's a chance for Gigante. One-on-one with Mills. Gigante's shot tipped behind. Good play made by Kevin Mills, getting back defensively. Was held in for a moment by Sprunk. Now comes to Braun. As I quickly will take a look ahead for what's on the schedule for these teams, as Blake Ferraro had it for a moment, lost it. Final seconds here, third period. West Islip, they've got Connecticut Sayville next up as they get their 4th consecutive win and improve to 8-4 on the year. Ward Melville, they lose yet again, still in search of win number 1. East Islip is the next team that they'll face on the schedule. That game on December the 15th, 5 days from today. While the West Islip also play that night against, as I mentioned, Connecticut Sayville. I'll do it for our coverage here in this one. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. On behalf of Wally Mitchell, our cameraman, I am Ryan Brannigan saying so long. And as always, till next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic night.